Hi, I'm Jimmy Collins, and this is my depiction of a Roman Domus. Through my vast research, I tried to make this Domus as accurate and detailed as possible. There were over 100,000 blocks placed in the creating of this project. You'll have to use your imagination for some of the interior because of the limited number of blocks Minecraft supplied me. My source, the Dictionary of Greek and Roman Antiques book, really helped me with the layout of the Domus. The backstory of this Domus is that it is located in Pompei and is owned by a wealthy Roman aristocrat. Now, let's get into the build. Now, let's pretend this Roman Domus is located in the bustling city of Pompei and is facing a street. It was very common to have shops at the front of a Roman Domus. This was used to make some extra revenue. Right here is a supply shop that has various items for sale. I try to detail the shop as much as possible with some knickknacks and items that you would see for sale in Pompei. Now over to the left, we have a wool and dye shop that would be selling garments. As you can see, we have dyes on the table here. We have garments for sale laying out. This is the other shop that is located in the Roman Domus. This is the entrance of the Roman Domus. It was commonly guarded by a servant or a watchman. The entrance door is called the ostrium and is very decorated to show off the wealth of the family. The entrance hall was a long hall that entered you into the Domus called the vestibulum. I learned a lot of this information from my source, New Perspectives on the Architecture and Decor of the Domus Villa in Insula. Mosaic floors and paintings are a very common design element of the Roman Domus. Now we have entered the atrium, which is the center hall that was surrounded by high ceilings. In the very center, there is a square in the roof called the compluvium that allows water to trickle down from the roof that landed into a basin that was called the impluvium. This pool collected water that was used for washing and cooking. This allowed light and fresh air to enter this room. This room was one of the most important parts of the Domus because where the guests and petitioners were greeted. This room we are approaching now is a cubliculum, or bedroom. There were no double beds in Roman times, so the husband and wife would sleep in separate beds. Now we are making our way back into the atrium, and we are heading into a room that is called the tablinum, or biblioteca, and was used for studying and had a library. This Domus is owned by a very rich aristocrat, so they had a lot of books in this room for studying Roman philosophy, gods, and reading Latin. Now we are going to head to the Laurium. Now this room was dedicated to the Lauri, or spirits. Usually it was located in a little nook in the atrium, but because this Domus is owned by a super rich aristocrat, they have their own room dedicated to it. They would pray and worship the gods here. You would commonly find little statues of gods here. Their praying center would represent a mini temple, seen here. There are the funeral mass of dead family members that they would keep in a small cabinet, as you can see here. This is compared to modern day pictures of deceased loved ones. Now we are heading to one of my favorite parts of the Roman Domus. This room was an office of sorts called the tablinum. The head of the family would do business matters here and could watch over the whole household because it was in the very center of the house, a location and symbol of power, you could say. It was common for drapes or sliding panels to shut off the room if needed. As seen here, I've incorporated sliding panels. Now, my source, late Roman Domus architecture, said this connected the two parts of the house. It was common for a writing table to be located in this room to conduct business. Like in Unit 1, the head of the Pater families occupied this room through its amazing viewpoint. We are entering the Pastribrium, a garden in the back of the house. This was an area to show off. There were commonly statues, pools, fruit trees, and gardens located in this area. Now, we are in imperial times, so we do have a posticum, which was a door or entrance used by servants or family members that wanted to leave unseen. It was also used to transport goods into the Roman Domus. Heading towards the culina, or kitchen, servants would cook and prepare food for the family and guests here. My source, Roman Domestic Architecture, stated that smoke filled this room commonly because the chimney wasn't invented yet. The best ventilation they had was a hole in the ceiling. I decorated this room with various food products and supplies. Now we are on our way to another super important room in the Roman Domus. This room was called the Triclinium, or dining room, and it was used for dinner parties. This room was used to influence other Roman aristocrats with elaborate parties. My secondary source, the Roman Domus in the Greek world, gave me a lot of insight on this room. It had 3 couch beds in the shape of a U, with a low table in the middle. It was common for Roman poetry and political talk to happen at these meals. This room was also decorated with elaborate artwork, and the guests were arranged in a specific method that gave privileged places to those of a high rank. This room also commonly had a big entrance so the guests could enjoy the garden view. As you just saw, this room had another intricate mosaic tile floor to impress guests. That was my interpretation of a Roman Domus during imperial times using Minecraft. I now will do an uninterrupted walkthrough at nightfall of the beautiful Roman Domus, so you can soak in all of the architecture in detail. Thank you.